All right, time to go home. Thought I'd do a little motor vlog. Been a minute since I've done one. And this is my second time riding at night. It's been so hot here in Texas that I really didn't want to ride to work during the day because it was so hot. So it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. Right now, Spyder says it's like 63. So it's a little brisk. I've got a textile jacket on. I have my Army PT physical training sweatsuit on as well, because my work uniform is a suit, and I figured it'd be just a little too much cool air running through with just the white button-down shirt and slacks. So I put on the sweatsuit to kind of use it as a windbreaker. And it's not bad, it feels good. I probably do need some gloves that are a little bit more insulated. These are good. The ones I have on, they're good for warm weather. And not that it's extremely cold. Like I said, it's only 63. But I might need something with a little bit more insulation for, fall nights. Feels good to be out here though, since I don't get a chance to ride right now. I don't normally ride anywhere but to class during the day, and then back home, and then I drive my vehicle, my car, to work. So it's kind of nice to kind of be out here enjoying it. This is Irving, Texas. The Las Colinas area, or just maybe right outside the Las Colinas area. Which is mostly business district. I don't know if I've captured them all on camera, but in this area there are quite a few hotels, some higher end, and the reason for it is we're not that far from the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. So I mentioned I was wearing my Army physical training sweatpants and sweat jacket. I was a part of the United States Army and a part of the Texas Army National Guard, altogether over 26 years. And I enjoy being in the Army. You know, I guess it's like a lot of jobs where, you know, you have good days and bad days. But, you know, there's nothing like it. And I think if you talk to anybody who's ever been in the military, they'll say the same thing. There's nothing like being in the military. You think you have friends out here in the civilian world, and you do, but when you're in the military, you might, you have guys that you know well and guys that you don't know that well, and all of us can be in a position where we can get killed in times of war, get killed in times of training as well. But the thing about being in the military as well is all your comrades, male and female, they're also willing to put their lives on the line, not just for the country, but for their fellow service members. It's kind of striking when you think of the statistics on how many United States citizens, and I guess that's probably not a way of saying it, that people in the United States that are capable of actually joining the military, how many actually do. I mean, when you look at the numbers of people in the military, you might say, wow, that's a lot of people. And when you compare that number to the population of the United States, it's really not. But I can't think of an organization that I'd rather have been involved with the United States military, and in my case specifically, United States Army. A lot of people just don't understand what you get out of it, and it's just so much. I mean, it's more than putting on a hat at the end of your time being in the service saying veteran. It's more than that one day a year where we salute veterans, or the one day a year, Memorial Day, where we salute the fallen service members. It is truly a blessing to have been able to serve in the United States Army. It's I think about the things that I have in the sense of life experience, the sense of anything that's even materialistic that I'm able to do because I was in the military. I mean, I have a home. I have more than one vehicle, more than one four-wheel vehicle, plus a three-wheel vehicle, and a lot of that is due to being in the military. So, there are a lot of people who knock being in the military. People feel it's not right. you know, it can be a job just like any other, but it's not like any other. I mean, you have a work day, whereas the average person's work day starts at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I know a lot of people work earlier than that. My work day, typical work day in the military probably started, you get up about anywhere from 5:30 in the morning. Your first formation is going to be probably about 6 o'clock, probably no later than 6:30. If the formation's at 6 o'clock, then you're normally there about 10 minutes prior, so they can do the accountability to make sure everyone is present and accounted for, or excuse me, present and or accounted for. And then the flag goes up, and you hear reveille, and you're standing there saluting the United States flag every morning at 6 o'clock. Do the same thing at the end of the business day. Now, you could still be working, but on most military bases, about 4:30, 5 o'clock is the end of the business day. And there are 2 bugle calls that are played at the end of the day. The retreat, and then to the colors, and then the flag comes down, and again you salute the flag. I'm just one of those people that truly like all the pomp and circumstance that's a part of the military. It's traditions and ceremonies. That meant a lot to me. You know, there are times when you're standing at attention during some ceremony, your legs hurt, your feet feel like they're going to fall off, but your training, everything that you do prepares you for those situations. And I know, like I said, a lot of people don't like the military. I hear things, or I've heard things. People say, well, I don't want anybody telling me what to do. I'm like, okay, unless you are either independently wealthy or have your own business that you make enough money to self-sustain yourself, you probably work for somebody and somebody's telling you what to do. Well, I don't want anybody yelling at me. Again, if you have a job and you work for somebody, somewhere along the line, I'm sure you've had a boss, supervisor, manager yell at you about something that got messed up. It may have been your fault, it may not have been your fault. I think that's true for, like I said, any type of employment. You're going to have those situations. I think the biggest, if you want to call it a disadvantage about the military is when you're on a civilian job, get fed up, you can say, I quit. I'm going home. Well, in the military, you sign a contract. And so you're not just going to go home. You can't quit. Well, you can quit at the end of your contract, or if you do something stupid enough to get discharged before your time is up, you can get out that way. But you just can't up and quit because your sergeant or your commander or somebody yells at you. It's just a part of it. But I just have always believed that the benefits that you receive from being in the military outweigh, a lot